Politico congressional reporter Elana Schor is in Washington. All right, so Elana, the White House says that President Trump is supportive of efforts to improve the federal background check system and that the president spoke to Republican Senator John Cornyn about the bill he introduced with Democratic Senator Chris Murphy. What is in that bill?
This is a very narrow bill, Elaine. It's correct to say this improves the background check system, but it doesn't expand the background check system. What it does do is create new incentives for state and federal agencies to upload better, more updated information into what the FBI currently uses to perform background checks.
All right, so sort of a tightening of the system that's there already.
Exactly.
And do many lawmakers support it?
Yes, this is such a narrow gun control bill that it manages to bring together conservatives and liberals. I mean, liberals because they want to do something, and conservatives because, again, it's very narrow.
So I suppose that in and of itself, considering what we've seen in the wake of other mass shootings, could be considered some measure of progress.
Certainly. I mean, I think Senator Murphy put it best when it comes to the advocates for stronger gun control. Murphy tweeted today that he thought it was a good thing Trump was getting behind his bill, but not to mistake his bill for a fix or enough.
All right. Well, we also know that the president is going to have a quote unquote listening session with high school students on Wednesday. We don't know who those students will be. Does it seem as though there's more pressure on the White House and Congress now to pass some kind of gun legislation than after other mass shootings?
Well, look, I mean, Sandy Hook is the one that lingers most keenly in Americans' minds, and it was children even younger than the children affected by the awful tragedy in Florida. However, there was a different president in the White House. This president has shown he's uniquely susceptible to rapid swings in public opinion and to the way media narratives play out. And, you know, you just showed the footage of Emma Gonzalez and those other students. These are kids, you know, they're older than the Sandy Hook survivors. They're old enough to be this eloquent on television, and it is clearly moving this president.
Well, the president tweeted about the high school shooting in Parkland, Florida over the weekend. He also tweeted about the Russia investigation. On Friday, Special Counsel Robert Mueller indicted 13 Russian nationals for meddling in the 2016 election. You've reported that Democrats and Republicans reacted in different ways to that news. What did Democrats say?
Well, Democrats, you know, held in frustration over the absence of more tangible plans to protect the 2018 midterm elections. Because, you know, Mike Pompeo, the president's CIA director, is among the officials acknowledging that Russia is going to come back and try again. And Democrats really badly want to see action on bipartisan legislation that's out there in the Senate specifically that would help safeguard the 2018 vote. Republicans, much calmer, not that many expressions of frustration or calls for change.
Interesting. Well, the president tweeted that he, quote, never said Russia did not meddle in the election and that the Russian hoax was that the Trump campaign colluded with Russia. What is going on in the other Russia probes being conducted by the House and Senate Intelligence Committees?
Well, the House Intelligence Committee remains mired in this intense partisan dispute over the memo. It actually was not that long ago that the president himself declined to make the Democratic memo responding to the GOP's memo on abuses at the FBI public. So that's really sidetracked things in the House. In the Senate, things continue to go pretty well. And, you know, going back to the point I made about election security, we're expecting to see bipartisan recommendations from the Senate Intelligence Committee over how to protect the midterm vote as soon as this month.
All right, Elana Schor in Washington for us. Thanks so much.
Thank you.